What's going on YouTube? It's RJ the Fed. Looks like we already got show me the proof in the house. Gonna double check on the other monitor just to make sure everything's working, including audio. You know how it is with live streams. Every time someone goes live, there's always some kind of issue. Always technical issues. People got to pay attention and try to correct them as quickly as possible. Sound okay on the other screen, so I'm good with it. Perfect. Last minute live stream. House to myself. Wife's got to go to work tomorrow. Kids are at the in-laws. We've been drinking whiskey. Why not drink whiskey on camera? So had a rocks glass earlier. Just finished it off. There's a little bit of ice left, so we'll finish that. I call it a rocks glass for a reason. We add ice to it. We had a pour of the Lone Elm. It's a Texas wheat whiskey that is honey finished, batch 908 proof. So that's what we were having. Got some samples here. These samples are a continuation of a stream that we had earlier this week. We got Liz her barrels, both the black and white ones with the for the Glen toppers and for the Glens, and the Texas Ranger themed ones that we did for her. So I don't know if I can pull something up like that right now. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up on Discord and then just share it. Let's see. Let me just save the image real quick. That way I have it. And then once I get that saved, I should be able to get that pulled up. And then once I get that pulled up, I should be able to share that image with you guys, so you guys will be able to see it too. Little ill prepared for that one, but we'll get there. We'll get there. We're almost there. So we'll do share, and then we're going to share an image file, and we're going to share this. Boom, right there, just like that. So those are custom Glencairn barrels that'll hold Glencairn glasses for travel. Don't recommend keeping them in there for too long. I have had one break. Of course, that barrel was rolling around at the floorboards. So that's how that one broke. Tom Black, who even are you? I haven't seen you topless in so long. Yeah, I know. Ryan, what's up, buddy? And Mark Duffy, hey, sluts, what's up? So we did custom barrels already. We got the Texas Ranger ones. We actually have another set too. Let me see if I can get that saved so I can share. We did these specifically for another person too. We're gonna have to make sure we ping them too. Let's see, Bitcoin lens, and then we'll share that here in a second. Let me go ahead and text them that we're live. Live, by the way, and then we can share that image as well. So let's do share file, and let's do the Bitcoin ones too. So boom, just like that. There we go. The Bitcoin Glen toppers and the Bitcoin barrel for Mr. Torup. We got 9 toppers for him. He only asked for like, I think 3, 2 or 3. And then the barrel, he's like, save that for somebody else. But we want to make sure we get Torup set up. So we just texted Torup to let him know that we are live. And this is already boxed up along with what we were just drinking in our rocks glass, a Lone Elm sample for him too. So I'll get that out to him on Monday. And then it'll get to him probably in like, I don't know, 3-4 days. So Wednesday or Thursday, I think he should have it. Definitely have it by Friday. There's no way he didn't have it by Friday. So let's see if we can remove these from the studio. There we go. Talking to Liz, got her Texas Ranger barrels. That's what I was just showing off. She took it upon herself to get me a flight. So I have the Eagle Rear 10. This is just a basic Eagle Rear 10. Most people have had it or tried it or seen it. Eagle Rear store pick. Most people have had a store pick. And then the newest release, the 12-year, Eagle Rear 12-year. We're going to try all 3 of those side by side. Oh, apparently Torup is already in trouble. It's his anniversary trip. Sorry. So no worries. I just want to let him know since we're showing that off. Does it have to be a cigar in your mouth? No, it doesn't. Some more cigars. Mark Duffy likes to be there. Oh, he popped in anyways. Man, this guy's going crazy. Get out of here, Torup. Get out of here. I was showing off your barrel and your Glen topper. I didn't know you had a special trip going on though. So get out of here. Don't come back. Got to go. Like life calls. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Love you, brother. Can be the unofficial synthetic toy of the WNBA. Mark Duffy or Wild. So I'm currently pouring up the full pour of every single one of these. So we will not be retrying these. And we're going to try these side by side by side. I kind of wanted to do them blind, but now I'm like, it's going to be hard to do them blind when I don't have any help to set up the blind preemptively. So see the cat playing in the background. I don't know if you guys saw that. Barrel Dave, long time no see. What is going on? And Josh says the Eagle 12 is good, so I'm excited to try it. We'll start out with the 10, move to the store pick, and then we'll try the 12, and then we'll kind of go back and see what we think about them. Good old 10-year. I remember when I first got into whiskey that this was one of my favorite bottles, one of my favorite pours that I could get. That wasn't super easy to get, but now that I kind of learned the system and the trucks and the drops, a lot easier to find now, especially with the change of pace with how allocation's been getting handled. So I'm pretty excited about that. He's a little bit north and I think a little bit west of Atlanta, but he is definitely a Georgia person. Master Pick Dave, yeah. That Master Pick 15 is good. I still got one of those in the cabinet too. We've done some damage to it. Yeah, my first 10-year, I think I paid like $90 for an Eagle Rare. Never doing that again. We learned about secondary shortly after that and have never paid that kind of price since. So there's that. 10 years pretty good though. We had a 10-year store pick that we cracked up in the last live stream. This is a sample from her 10-year store pick. I don't know if she sent me the picture of which one this one is. I think she might have, so I'm going to go ahead and try to check it out real quick. She was taking pictures with the barrels and the Glens. Let's see. The store pick she had, because she tried it side by side against the 12-year, was a Lucky's Liquor Sazerac Barrel Select. So Lucky's Liquor is I want to say on the northeast side of town of me. I've never been to one, but that's where the store pick comes from. A little bit different than the WB, the Western Beverage one that I had. Couple of old fits near downtown. I need some new stores. Mine suck lately. I've just been spending money at Specs or buying stuff online, and the occasional on the server I've been able to get lucky on some of the Discord stuff. The store pick smells wildly different than the regular 10-year. The 10 years like got a little bit of oak, a little bit like of a muted nose. This store pick, it's like a fruit bomb. Dave Vogelsang would have been proud of me. I went through several of his samples the last couple streams, and I still have more to go. These are also samples, but these are from Liz. These are a continuation of last stream where we got talking about Eagle Rare. Well, she delivered, so we got the 10, the store pick, and the 12. Moving on to the store pick right now, so we have something left to go back to, but. Good to see you, Dave. Store pick 10-year. Not as harsh, better balance. Pretty high amount of sweetness to it. A little bit of oakiness to it for sure too. I do think it is definitely a step up from the regular 10-year. I think the store pick, at least this store pick, obviously store picks, the way I try to describe them to people, most distilleries are going to hold back their top barrels, but they'll keep like maybe the top 5%, like the out of, if you had a rate on a scale of 1 to 100, 95 to 100%, those best of the best barrels, they're probably keeping. And then the stuff from like 85 to 95, they're selling store picks. And then anything below that 85% is just bottled as a regular bottle. So I would have to say that store picks are typically better than any of the regular 10-year barrels. That's not guaranteed, obviously. Like there's some cap to that for sure, but the store pick for this one at least is definitely better. Any giveaway coming up? I missed the 107 last year. Pablo, good to see you, buddy. We do actually plan on doing a giveaway. I'm glad you mentioned a giveaway. We've done several bottles since. We've done several sample bottles since. Kind of been absent though, so we haven't really been doing a lot of content. Those of you that have been watching recently, know that I've been getting into 3D printing, so we've been 3D printing some stuff too. I'll have to get it out of the cabinet if you guys want to see it. I'm currently printing another one of those giant eagle statues that's meant to hold a bottle. It's like a wine / bottle holder. It's supposed to be in silk bronze. We'll see how that comes out. We'll either give that one away or the one that we did in the gray in the PET G. The PET G is a higher grade filament. It's more water resistant, sun resistant, drop proof than the PLA that we're printing in currently. But I am printing another one of those giant eagles to hold a bottle, and I kind of want to do a giveaway for one of those. That'll be like a $5 entry fee, and we'll give it away regardless. But it would be nice to get at least $85 for it. I feel like $85 I feel like is a decent amount for 20 hours of print time and a little bit over half a spool of filament. But we'll see. I'm doing a lot more 3D printed stuff though, like I said. So Pablo, just as you're tuning in, if you've missed out on the last couple ones, we've been doing Glen toppers. We've also got barrels that are meant to hold Glencairns for like travel cases. And then we got like this big wine bottle holder. And we're working on coasters. We're not quite there yet, but the barrels are pretty cool. Toppers are pretty cool. And the eagle everybody seemed to like, especially the one I took a picture for the Eagle Rare 12. So we're going to move on to the 12, but we will drink some water in between. Dave said he's going to go feed the dogs. Dewan, what's up? Ryan's going to say Eagle. Josh Eagle. Mark Duffy Eagle. Joe B, what's up, buddy? Shout out to Joe B. If we weren't broke, Joe B offered us. He was at Evernorth the other day, and they had 3 different barrels worth trying and able to buy from the gift shop that day. Brand new releases. I'm going to pull them up on the phone because I can't remember what they were, so I can kind of read those out loud for you. But he was able to go up there. He tried 2 of them. I would have loved to have tried at least all 3 if I was able to be there, but I wasn't able to. So they had the Spirit Walker, the Omen Spirit Walker for $80. The Spirit Walker 5. It's a 95.5. That one's 52% rye blended at barrel proof and finished in PX Sherry wine cask. They had the Omen Exodus 3. That's an $80 bottle. That was a barrel proof blend of 6 and 7 year. 52 rye, 7 and 8 year, and then 51 rye. And then they had the Wise One Arcane Innovation 3, which was $70. This one was the most interesting one that sounded like it was the most interesting one. I still think the Spirit Walker 5 is the one that I would have liked the most, but the Wise One Arcane Innovation 3 was a single barrel of 6 years, 16% rye from Green River, finished in raspberry brandy and maple brulee cask. So that's pretty crazy. They had 180 of that bottle in the tasting room, 200 of the Spirit Walker, and 300 of the Exodus 3. Pretty big mouthful there for Evernorth. But man, Joe said he was able to try 2 of those. So pretty impressed. I think he picked up a couple bottles too while he was there. I'm not sure which ones he ended up picking up, but he was talking to the group that went and did the pick because he was on my pick team for our Evernorth pick. So I want to say thank you again. Mark Duffy says hashtag take off your shirt. No, sir. Whiskey Wisdom. Are you going live tonight, buddy? Because if you're going live tonight, I'll make sure I'm not live by the time you go live because we're gonna be drinking. So we could go for a while here. Smelling 12 year. It smells very different than the 10-year sword pick and a 10-year. A little bit more pungent, a little bit more vanilla. Some kind of citrus note too that's like a lot more bold. Yes, Josh, you can. Let me grab that Eagle real quick. Ooh, I was trying to multitask there, Josh. We almost had a oopsie, an accident. We almost dropped a bottle. So it's a wine bottle holder in between his wings, and then it sits on his tail. It's got a bottle of Eagle Rare, but it'll fit most of your standard wine size bottles. And it's an eagle on like a little stone, like little pedestal. Pretty cool. And that was all 3D printed. So Really, really cool. We'll probably actually try this one too because that's a different store pick than what we had. But we'll be giving away one of these Eagles. The finished product of the other one won't be till tomorrow. It's going to be in that silk bronze look. The bronze doesn't really look like that copperish look. It almost looks like a rustic metal. So we'll have to take a picture of that. But we're going to give away one of these. That'll be one of the giveaways because I know we had a couple guys that were talking earlier. I know that Pablo had mentioned he missed the 107 giveaway, so we wanted to talk about the next giveaway. It'll be a 3D print. We'll probably include samples too, obviously, but like this will be like a 3D print to add on to it because we are trying to transition from bourbon to 3D printing, but still have both for the bourbon nerds who actually subscribe to the channel in the first place. Let's see if we can get caught up on chat real quick. I'm not sick again, I promise. Allergies, though. I do have allergies. So there's that. We're fine, though. Buy some oranges, bro. Definitely going to have to crack open my bottle of Eagle Rare when I get home. Absolutely. Take your pants off. No. Mark Duffy, he had it with taking the shirt off. But Tom Black, no, pants are not coming off, sir. No, sir. Tracy, what's up? Well, shit, I might have to buy one of those from Bourbon Hall. And then I do want to show off what I picked up today. I went and picked up my bottle. It was finally ready. We did get the Russell's 13 Batch 6. So we have that bottle in hand, too. We have other plans for that other than opening it and drinking it. We'll see if we can make something happen. We're trying to turn this Wild Turkey product into an Old Forester product. So we'll see if we can get that. I would love to get the Old Forester product. If we can, we'll definitely open the Old Forester product and crack it. If not, being stuck with Russell's 13 at $216.50, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Tracy, I'm glad you really like the way that looks too. We'll get printing on your barrel and your Glen toppers too. But yeah, we're definitely gonna do an Eagle. We're gonna do a giveaway with one of these bad boys. Like I said, we got one printing right now. Pretty same parameters, so I'm pretty excited on how these look. These are 3D printed. This is one print, one solid object. They do have some supports that I have to remove. So there's some like different on the texture and the scarring on the actual plastic itself. You can kind of see some of the blemishes on the bottom side. But overall, 3D print, this thing looks really slick, really clean. If you really wanted to, you can also prime these and paint these. So you can do really custom looking paint jobs that'll look really good. Example of a paint job that was done on a 3D print. My wife actually wanted me to print this. This is the squad leader Squirtle with the saxophone that I primed it, she painted it, and then I clear coated it for her. So looks pretty darn good. Pretty happy with how that one turned out. Josh said he wants the Eagle. Says it looks awesome. Yeah, I love it too. It was one of my favorite prints. I've got some cool stuff that I've been printing out lately, and I'm trying to get some of that stuff sent out to everybody. So Tom Black forgot. He's like, oh shit, I need to do some research, right? So he's part of the deal for turning that Wild Turkey product into an Old Forester product. So we'll see. How much does that weigh? Well, it's plastic, so it's pretty hollow. It's only 15% infill. So if I had to guess, just weight, like this is probably like 1.5 pounds, maybe 2 pounds maximum. So don't worry about me shipping this as far as weight, and it's pretty solid too. Even though I also said it's only 15% infill, a decent sized box with like minimal bubble wrap. This should make it no problem, no issue whatsoever. So you don't have to worry about paying for a large box or a large capacity for weight or anything like that. So we definitely want to get some of these out there to you guys. I don't want to make like a ton of money off you guys on these either. But these are a pain to print. They take over 20 hours to print, and they take over half a gram or half a spool of filament. They do 1 kg spools. This uses about 650, 700 grams, so about 65 to 70% of a spool. So about $20 for the spool, and then about 20 hours of print time is what you're looking at to make one of these. Dark Art's not getting any. Damn, that's savage, Mark. Let's go back to that 12 year though. So let's try that. Tracy has been getting some bottles of her own. Matter of fact, Tracy just got a bottle earlier too. So shout out to Tracy for getting another W. What did you just win, Tracy? I forget. You won the what was it that you won? I know I said it earlier. I think you're one of the Rebecca Creek double barrel Spanish oak. I used to mule those at cost, by the way. Those Rebecca Creek double barrel Spanish oaks, I probably moved 60 bottles at 55, $60 plus pirate ship. How much is one of those spools, Ryan? If you didn't hear me, yeah, I just answered it, but I'm gonna say it again. If you guys didn't hear that, Ryan wanted to know. It's about $20 for a spool of filament. Whether you do PET G or PLA, they have all kinds of different spools. We can do them in glow in the dark filaments, metallic looking prints. They have concrete based ones too, like marble and stuff like that. Different colors. So if you want one in red, blue, white, black, yellow, green, you want like that marble black and white concrete Oreo looking mix. If for a statue, if you want gold, bronze, silver, metallic looking, if you want multicolored prints, I mean, the options are pretty endless. Matter of fact, I don't know if it'd look great for an eagle, but we could definitely do one. They also have filaments that look like wood. So you like cherry wood, oak wood, all kinds of different woods too. It's pretty cool. Tracy says that she's at Micro Center and the spools were $30. I order from Sunlu. If you guys go to Sunlu's website, that's where I've been ordering most of my filaments lately. The other one I use, because that's where I bought my printer from, was Bamboo Labs. Those are the two I do. And you can pay a little bit more if you want it there faster, if you don't want to wait for the shipping, because some of it's coming from out of the country. Most of it's in a warehouse, so in like Dayton, Ohio, or out there in California. It's a couple dollars more sometimes if you buy it on Amazon, but you can pretty much get whatever you guys want. And my printer will pretty much print anything. It's a fully enclosed printer. I've got carbon filters on it too, so any of the toxic stuff that's more durable, I can print some pretty cool stuff. I did run that race. I try to run every race as I can. I try to keep up with that because those races are important. Once those are funded, I know people want to see who wins. Mark Duffy says he's been getting lucky on the cigar races and Powerballs, but he hasn't been posting his winnings in the Discord. Glow in the dark barrel, definitely on the list. Definitely on the list. If you guys didn't see my other print, you guys have watched or listened to the musical Nightmare Before Christmas. They did a movie on it, still musical style. I did the Oogie Boogie. He's like the green, like glowing ghost looking net sack or like the potato sack guy with the dice. I printed one of him in full glow in the dark green and then painted all the accents for the stitching in his eyes and mouth in black. And it looks great. It's one of my best prints I've done yet. Just the eyes glow in the dark red. I've got red, blue, green, and yellow for glow in the dark. Any green filament that is kind of rubbery. I know where you're going with that, Mark Duffy. I think you're looking for TPU. It's very flexible. It's very rubbery-like, and they do make it in green. So that's all I'm going to say on that one, Mark. I'll let you draw the conclusions for the rest of that. You want green glow in the dark for? Stay away from that basketball court. Yeah, yep. Tracy knows. So the 12-year, more oak influence, more vanilla forward, not much of the stone fruit or the citrus fruit notes that I get from the 10-year store pick or the 10-year. But we are pretty happy with how that one tastes as well. So I don't want to dirty up another Glen, so we'll just use the rocks glass and we will crack open. Screw you, Duffy. We'll crack open our other WB store pick of the 10-year. I think the 12-year is very different from the 10-year, whether it's a store pick or not. I think those 2 extra years do count. Does it warrant secondary? Absolutely not. Please do not pay secondary for an Eagle Rare 12-year. I know some of you guys have gambled on some bottles, but don't pay outright for a 12-year. The bottle prices when they first hit the market were crazy. They're probably around like $185, $175 for 12 years now. Don't even pay that price. Please don't. Hazmat Compton, cheers, buddy. This is the Eagle Rare. We got Eagle Rare 10-year store pick, Eagle Rare 12, and then another Eagle Rare 10-year store pick, different store pick. We're trying them all kind of side by side. I think the 10-year store picks are definitely better than the 10-year, but I think the 12-year definitely deserves its place with its own label. It does have more of a copper wax or foil, rather than the silver. and the flavor profile is a little bit more vanilla forward, a little bit more oaky, rather than the 10-year, especially the store picks being more stone fruit or citrusy. Still very vibrant and flavorful with lots of oak as well. 2 years and higher proof. Yep, that's basically it, Josh. That's all it is. That's literally it. But the flavor profile is different. Yeah, I mean, my store pick that I got, Jay ran it to me at cost from WB. It's a Sazerac Barrel Select as well. It's not a Lucky's Liquor. Very muted, very mild. Nothing fancy or special about it at all. So I would rank that one below the store pick that Liz brought me. So Liz definitely brought a heater for a store pick from that Lucky's Liquor. If she's tuning in, I'm not sure if she is or if she's busy or not. 3 samples are hers. 1 store pick is mine that Jay brought me. 10-year was fine. Store pick that I have was fine. Her store pick is very fantastic, and the 12-year is very good. I really do enjoy this. What would you pay for an Eagle Rare 12-year? Some people may ask. Vanilla and oak are very forward on this one. Fruit notes are very far behind compared to the 10-year. Proof point, I'm not even sure. I didn't even look at the bottle that closely for the 12-year. If I had to say, if it's $50-$55 for an Eagle Rare for you, 10-year, if you can get one for less, I'm glad that the inflation hasn't caught up to you. But if you could pay up to $55 for an Eagle Rare 10-year, I think the 12-year, if you can find it readily available, which the MSRP is supposed to be the exact same as the 10-year, not sure why, I would pay as high as maybe $90 for it, maybe $95. As long as it's under $100, like after taxes in your state, out the door, I think that's a perfect price point for it, because I don't expect to see them sitting on the shelf. Just like any other allocated whiskey, especially Buffalo Trace products. If you're buying any Buffalo Trace products, even this regular Eagle Rare 10-year, it doesn't stay on the shelf very long. Each Taylor small batch is the only thing in Texas that sits on the shelf for very long. And Ryan says, yeah, I'm thinking $100 is my ceiling. I wouldn't pay more than $100. I still have a very high chance of getting another bottle of the 12-year. I will absolutely sample out that 12-year, Ryan, and I will make sure you get a sample of it, buddy. So I do plan to open my next bottle. I know the first one I didn't open. Obviously, Taters are Tate. Hype is there. Money's there. I got mine for like $65 or $63 out the door, which is a great price from Specs. Total Wine will be dropping sooner than later. Once I have the email from that, I'll make sure I put that on blast for you guys, especially you, Ryan, so you know. And I'll put a sample in front of a lot of you guys. So that way you can try it and then decide whether you want to pay $100 as your ceiling or not after you've already had it. I paid $80 and I'm in okay with that. Yeah. I'd be okay with $80 too. Yeah, $80 is fine. Yep, there we go. Crafty said he'll definitely hold out for close to MSRP, but he'll pay a little if hard to get. And I think it will be hard to get because I think a lot of people are going to be looking for it. It's a Buffalo Trace product, for God's sake. It's a new release, and it's not one of the super crazy Tater ones. It's not Weller 18 or Distillers Council for the E.H. Taylor. It's not the new BTAC E.H. Taylor that's going to be coming out, or the Double Eagle Very Rare, or Eagle Rare 25, anything like that. So it's not the antique collection, stuff like that. So this is supposed to be like the 10-year and at the same price. You might have to pay a little bit up for it because a lot of people are going to be hunting for it. But I do think it's very different from the 10-year. I think it's very different. 10-year store pick, 10-year store pick, the 3 in front of me, they all have like a stone fruit citrus note to them. They're a little bit more relaxed. The 12 years a little bit more oak forward, a little bit more vanilla. So definitely has some more influence on that aspect. So it is a different flavor profile. Is it better? I don't know. I think it's on a whole different scale. I know they use the same label, but they put a copper wax and change the proof. But yeah, it is what it is. Not even available in the state yet. Yep, that's the other issue. There's bottles that aren't even available in this state yet that we're still waiting for. So we'll see. Some stuff is going to take a little bit longer to get around. Some stuff will be out quickly. Some of it won't. Let's see. Picked up a backup bottle of the Russell's 13 Batch 6. I was just happy to get the one bottle. We got the email from Specs, so we bought the old Fitz 9 from Specs like the week before. We got in line. We got the Eagle Rare 12 and the Bombergers 25. We plan on opening the Bombergers. Bombergers actually in the cabinet, so maybe that's our next pour. That'll be our fresh crack. And then we get the Russell's 13 that we ordered the same day. We finally got the availability for it to pick up, so we went and picked it up today. So we got the Russell's 13 today, even though we paid for it when we got the Eagle Rare 12. Bombergers 25, we absolutely plan to keep and drink. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Once again, the purpose of this bottle is probably going to turn into an Old Forester product rather than a Wild Turkey product, but we'll see. We'll get there. Got to work some details out. I got like 3 guys that I'll work with, Tom Black being one of them. We'll see if we can make it happen. I'm seeing how the high dollar races for them too. Speaking of races, Relo, we just bought 2 Green River bottles, single barrels, for Mr. Nick Jones, the milkman. So we got a bottle 263 and then a GR 365 or something like that. I don't know. We got 2 more Evernorth bourbon bottles coming our way, so we're pretty excited because we love Evernorth. Evernorth's been treating us good, and Joe B's still in the chat. He's one of the Michigan guys. I'm pretty excited to have 2 more single barrel bourbons that are both sourced from Green River. Probably get them by next Christmas. That's wild, Ryan. We'll make sure you get taken care of beforehand so you at least try it. Mike, WV Bourbon Guy, what's up, buddy? Yeah, Fridays were hit or miss. We're off on Fridays, by the way, right now. We're still off on Fridays right now because of the paid parental leave. The wife's got to work tomorrow, so she took the kids there in Waxahachie with the in-laws. I have the house to myself, so here we are on another live, second one this week. That's crazy. 80 to 90-ish for an Eagle Rare 12. Crafty, I agree. That's like about the right price point. I don't know if I'd pay much more than that. Getting it for less, I obviously got one. It's probably going to be less common to find it for less, though. Old-fashioned ways plus. What's going on? Mr. Doc Martinez. Cheers, Doc. Yeah, there we go. Just got your Russells today as well. Hell yeah. Yeah, it was $216.50 out the door. They raised the new MSRP to $199. I know in Reload someone posted their Costco. They got one in Kentucky for under $145 out the door for a Russell's 13. So congratulations to them for being able to score one for under MSRP. Very nice for those guys. Mart, if you remind me whenever we send out sample packs again, I've got a ton of Evernorth. I mean, we got Night Stalker 3. We got the Arctic Spirit, which is an LE. Those are both courtesy of Joe. We got the pick. We got a rye pick, too, from the Rishi store that Tyler brought us back whenever he went and did the pick for the bourbon. We've got a couple options for you to try from Evernorth, so you can try some of the other stuff, too. So, but Joe B., we got Thomas Anderson. He's another Michigan guy. Got Gunnar L. and Nick Jones. Those guys are all up there in that Evernorth area. So if you want something specifically, Mark, I know it's not my pick, but you can absolutely get some Evernorth stuff, and most of them are absolutely great. I've never had a bad Evernorth product. I have had some that I've preferred less than others, but overall, they've all been good. So definitely let me know. Local server right now, sales right now, $200. Yep, I'm out for $200. I'm out. 2 sips left. We'll get you something. Just let me know. House to yourself and you're wearing pants. Something seems wrong here. Tom Black, we said we'll do shirts off like with Duffy ass, but we're not doing pants off. We're on live stream. What if I have to get up to go grab this next bottle? We're gonna crack a Bombergers. You guys might see my bare ass. Home Alone Discord goon sesh. Yes, sir. Meet church area. Yes, sir. I like to try their ALW. I haven't tried that one yet, so that's one I don't have, or have I tried it? So, but I have heard about them. I'm out of the local servers for other reasons. Yeah, well, we heard you've been removed from some of them too. Talking about 500 samples of Evernorth yesterday. They were all, yeah, they are. They're all really good. I know Tracy showed me pictures. She had a bunch of samples lined up for Mr. Gandy Road, and then obviously the one sample for me as well. So I'm pretty happy with her judgment. I'm glad she liked what she tried, because she really wanted to hate it after I shat on Corbin and Cash. It was Corbin and Cash, right? That was the one that was the bad one, or is there a different one? Am I missing something, Tracy? Let me know. And you know it's the same person that's selling Euro 12 for 200 at Mark Duffy. Well, I mean, I've moved bottles of Eagle Rare 12 for that price, so there we are. Yep, there we are. That Tom Black, wrong RJ channel. This is YouTube. I mean, OF, OnlyFans, or only Drams. It's the same thing, right? Oh my goodness, you guys are crazy. I wish nothing but bad things upon her for other reasons. That's wild. I know who you're talking about too. He's got a female in his local area that's like a super known flipper. Once max secondary plus, and then will shame anybody for even asking for their money back on a bottle that they bought. It's kind of sad to watch. I had to clean up a glass. We'll clean up the Glen. We'll do a little water rinse. Got to stay hydrated, guys. If you haven't had any water, definitely time to take a sip of some water. We're going to do some water. We'll go grab that Bomb Burgers. Still got the Eagle Rares in front of me. 10-year store pick and 12-year. We'll definitely finish those off too, but we want to try that Bomb Burgers 2025. We just finished the Shanks 2024 recently. We still have the Bomb Burgers 2024 as well, but we want to try that 2025 because we are a big fan of Michter's. Just few and far in between. Their allocated stuff is better. Shelfers, not so much. Crafty said his first sip of the night was Henry McKenna 10-year. Haven't touched it in a while, and a good pour. I think most people are on the impressions that Henry McKenna 10-year bottled and bond is a exceptional pour for the price. Assuming the price is at MSRP, which is around $65 to $85, I would say. And I think that most people are on board with saying it's a good pour because they are hit or miss. There are some bad barrels, some nasty, almost like barrel rot barrels that just didn't come across very well. All the Henry McKenna 10 years I've had have been great, but some people have reported back some bad barrels, some bad tasting whiskey. But I actually like Henry McKenna 10-year bottle and bond. I think it's a good pour. I just don't think I'm going to have backups of it. I think I'll buy it as needed. I think it's pretty readily available, at least in my area. If you want one, you can go buy one. No reason to go buy one to hold it. But I'm glad that you're enjoying that. Henry McKenna 10-year is pretty good. In my opinion, I've had 3 different bottles myself, and I've tried 2 other people's bottles as samples, so a total of 5 different barrels. They were all great. All great. But I have heard the horror stories of some people having some bad barrels, but if the price is right, $65 to $85, absolutely great pour. And then once a deal, yep, we got those in our local area too, Ryan. We call him John Hondo. He likes to charge secondary plus, aka tertiary prices, and then he wants to lowball you on your prices. So Stags are $150 on the low end for secondary. He'll offer $110, $120. Get out of here. Like, come on now. Like, you can't lowball, but then charge secondary plus for your stuff. But he does it. You got putting time out. Yep. Barrel Dave with a $20 super chat. That's crazy. Barrel Dave, I want you to know that's the most money I've made on YouTube in the last like 3 months. Like, that pays for all the freaking ads. We should just turn the ads off now. There's no reason to even have ads. Barrel Dave just dropped the $20 saying LFG. Let's fucking go. Yes, sir. I remember buying those bottles of Shanks and Bomberg's last. Yeah, Mike, actually, he's the one who sent me the 24 Bomberg's and Shanks. We finished off the Shanks just the other day. We heavy-handed it a couple days in a row, and it's gone. We still have the Bomberg's, and we'll go crack that 25 Bombergers shortly. And maybe I'll clear up another one of these glasses real quick so we can have the Bombergers 25 against the 24 and see which one I prefer, just for Mike's sake, since Mike's still in the chat. $300 for Stag in Michigan is blasphemy, sir. Please do not pay $300. If you want Stag, I will get them for way less than that, at least half the price. $150 is still pushing it, but we'll find you some Stag for less. There you go. And your favorite Jew friend Acid is always hooking it up. Yes, sir. Imagine what I'd get if I was shirtless and pantsless. Well, either banned and barred and on a registry or an offender list, or we'd get more than $20. You're right, Mark. Do a Glen rinse real quick. Got an empty Glen and an empty rocks glass. That's all we got to work with right now because we still got a 10-year store pick and we still got a 12-year Eagle Rare in front of us. We don't want to crush those just yet. I have a sample of the two blended still. Hell yeah. Bombergers and Shanks blended is actually pretty good. I was pretty surprised on how this comes out whenever you do those blends. 25 is still better than 24. Alrighty, here we are. We got WV Bourbon Guy in the chat. This bottle is the bottle of batch 2024. Clearly, we've done some damage to it. We'll pour that up in the Glencairn. This one's got some headspace, some little air in it, so it'll be fine in the Glen. And we'll do the other one as we spill a little bit of the whiskey because what's better than your desk mat smelling like whiskey because we over poured than smelling like Michter's. And then here's the 2025. So this bad boy was like $118 before taxes. So we're talking like $124 out the door, but we're going to go ahead and crack this bad boy open. This is a fresh crack. We are going to pour it in a rocks glass. Night and day between Glencairns versus rocks glass. Rocks glass, obviously bigger opening. It helps with aeration and helps with that ethanol smell and taste from the initial pour. So it'll help open it up a little bit quicker. And I'm pretty excited because obviously Bombergers 23 went down really quick. 24 almost gone. Now we have the 25 to replace it. So shout out to Mr. Mike from the 24. And then the 25 we picked up at the same time. We got the Eagle Rare 12 and the Russell 13 pre-ordered on the same day. So pretty happy. Had a pour of that a little bit earlier. Perfect. I don't know what I'm talking about half the time whenever I try these things. So we'll see if the 24 or the 25 Bombergers is actually worth talking about or not. Profiles on those are pretty earthy, pretty nutty for Michter's products. They're both great proof points. They're all the same proof points to the Bombergers. They're all 108 proof. They're significantly higher than the Shanks. Shanks are normally like around 94, 95 proof or less, 92, 95 proof. Bombergers has been pretty consistent. They've crushed the market almost every time. For you super nerds, the 24 is a 24F2277 for the batch number. Bottle number 962 out of 2,503. And then for the 2025 for you super nerds, it's batch number 25F1976. And it is bottle number 1,592 out of 2664. So we're going to try the 24. We're obviously well acquainted with. Thank you, Mike, for that bottle, by the way. And then the 25, the fresh crack, we'll be trying very shortly after. You need a ripple for that bottle. What is the 4M? I need to know what you're referring to when you say the 4M, and then also which E.H. Taylor you're referring to. Small batch, single barrel, barrel proof. I'm assuming small batch, but let me know. 4M. What are you talking about, 4M? I'm not tracking. Let me be tracking, Crafty. Let me know. 4M. What are we talking about, 4M? I'll double back. Nipple. Damn autocorrect. Yeah, he wanted a nipple for the bottle. He wanted to see me drinking it straight from the nipple. Of course you would. You got to pay for that on OnlyFans, not freaking YouTube. Come on, Mike. You need to allow 25 to open up. I will. 25 is going to be sitting here right now in the rocks glass to give it a chance to open up as we sip slowly the 24. We won't even touch the 25 till the 24 is gone, and we heavy poured the 24 on purpose because we knew it would need time to open up. So it's a good recommendation, Josh. And say, anyone see the guys asking Jack Daniels for a 14-year? Finally got one. He did it for like 143 days. I got the 14-year. I tried it. I think Coy Hill destroys the 14. I think the Coy Hill is more fruit forward. Felt like the 14 was more oak forward. I did not keep the 14. I had a sample of it and everything. Tried it on 2 separate days. The 14 helped pay for other bottles. Unfortunate. Sorry, Josh. That dude is from the DC metro area. You say DC metro area, but like Josh is like west of me. Like I'm confused. Like, do you know where he's at? RJ, he got it from the distillery for free. Well, I didn't get shit from the distillery for free. I don't get anything for free. I really want to get those media samples though. Whenever those new releases come out, like let me get one of those media samples, please. I'm looking over at Discord right now, and Travis said he said Freight Train would be proud. I just got banned from a Discord for calling Mark Duffy a home wrecking slut. And Ryan already knows how Travis is, so he had to ask which one, because there's so many Discords that these guys get banned from on a regular. I freaking love it. Crafty said he thoroughly enjoyed the Bombers 24 sample from me last year. I have yet to see a bottle that's come through Kansas yet. Crafty. Like, who are you? Like, I don't recognize the YouTube handle, but I definitely, if I've sent you something, I recognize who you are because I've sent you something. Let me know, man, and I'll send you some more samples. Like, it's about time that I send you some more stuff, and we'll include like a Glen topper and everything too. So the Glen toppers, they set over the ridge. You can use them for blinds, or you can use them to help keep the bugs out if you're sitting and drinking outside. Crafty. I don't know why the name isn't familiar. The picture's not familiar. Please remind me. We've had lots to drink since then, so I definitely want to hook you up. If you've had the 24, the 25 is a fresh crack. Like maybe the next sample will be a 25. We got plenty of empty sample bottles. We'll do a hot water rinse and a new label, and we'll get some more samples out to you guys. I do want to do more giveaways for sample packs for sure, and I also want to give away some 3D prints as well. Looking on Etsy, barrels that hold Glens, they're like $15 on the cheap side, and then the Glencairn toppers for the Glens are like $3. But we're probably not gonna. There we go, Darren. I knew that sounded familiar. I saw Crafty, and I was like, bro, that's Crafton. I knew it was Crafton. I didn't want to say it because I couldn't confirm. Darren Crafton, I got you, brother. I'll double check right now on Pirate Ship. I should still have your information. I'm not going to say it out loud, but I want to make sure that your info is truly the same. That way I can send you something new, and I don't have to worry about it not going to the right person. Are you still in Wichita, Kansas? And 67212 for the zip code. And we're back. Crafty, we just checked your information. We tried to say some stuff, and we completely closed the entire window whenever we did that. I'm back. I promise, Joe. I'm back. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. I hope you guys laugh at that shit as much as I just did. I just want to check to make sure Darren Crafton still lived in Kansas, and everything was checking out, and then I closed the freaking stream. He said, yes, sir. Yep, F's in the chat, boys. F's in the chat. Joe B's right. Where'd you go? I freaking closed the live stream. Oh, gosh. Okay, we're back. I figured you didn't pay. No, we paid the light bill. We definitely paid the bourbon and the light bill, but we accidentally freaking closed the stream. So we pulled it up on the same monitor because we have two monitors. So I saw on YouTube my screen went black. I was pulling up Pirate Ship to double check. I have since completed Aaron Craft and make sure his address was the same so I can send him something again. And I closed it. And instead of closing that window, I closed the entire freaking frame, and it closed the stream. Josh has it right. RG is drunk. Yep. I'm glad you guys think it's as funny as I do. 24 though. Let's straighten some more 24 before we get to 25. Not drunk yet. The shirt is still on. Well, we can fix that, Darren, just for you, brother. Since we close the stream, the shirt will come off. We have lost some weight, by the way. I promise you guys we lost weight. We're at 220 pounds. YouTube said, oh, you made $20? You've streamed long enough. Goodbye, sir. Shirt always stays on. Nope, shirt's off. Shirt's gone. My eyes. No, Tracy, we've been outside. We've tanned. Like, I know the light's reflecting off my skin. It looks super blinding and white. But no, we actually have been outside and we have been tanning. We've made more in an entire freaking year between Mark Duffy and Mr. Barrel Dave in his $20 and $10 donation. Understand YouTube's going to yoink 40% of that, and we still made more money off these two guys and their super chats. Hell yeah. Shout out to Mark Duffy and shout out to Mr. Barrel Dave. They're $30 even after 40% gets yoinked to YouTube. They paid for all my ad revenue and then some. Hey, 220 is solid. It is. 220 is solid. I am very solid. Yes, I'm dense, some would say. My skin is even more pale than yours. Okay, Tracy, so then you can't be talking unless you're live streaming and you're going topless and showing off your white skin. There's no way you can give me shit for saying my eyes. I'm going to give you shit for this now. It's not YouTube live until the shirt comes off. Cheers, guys. 2024 Bomb Burgers, complimentary of WV Bourbon Guy. Thank you, Mike. I think I found a way to pay off that condo. Hey, yo, we got only drams and only fans. Someone's paying for my pores and someone's paying for my nips. You're husky. I'm down almost 100 pounds and still fat. LMAO. Yep, well, welcome to the club, Duffy. We get called fat on the daily. Our tits are bigger than most women's. They measure B cups. We're measuring C cups. Really, shout out to Mike, though. Mike's, he was the homie. He had both the pairs of Bombers and Shanks 2024, and he was able to get them to my doorstep for a very great cost. So I'm really excited now to try that against the 2025, which we just finished the 24 sample of. And if we need more 24 to compare to, we still have some. Obviously, 25 is a fresh crack, so we will be a little bit more generous. Crafty said, yes, WV, we are live. Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Honestly, $4.99, like, we've made jokes about this. We told people if they sent me $2.99 or $1.99, all the ads it's forced you to watch, your $4.99 super chat destroyed. We have live streams where the entire live stream pays us like 18 cents or 20 cents. So a single super chat, even after 40% tax from YouTube, your $4.99's covered me for like the next year on super chats for live streams. At least if we do one once a month. Mark Duffy crushing it with a $10, and then obviously Mr. Barrel Dave with the $20. $35 in one stream. This is absurd. Like, the YouTube's gonna start like trying to tax me out the ass now because we've received money. Mark Duffy, I love tits so much I grew my own. Time to break out Malort. RJ shirt is off. Josh, I've actually never had Malort. I haven't had barrel aged Malort either, and I don't encourage any of you guys to send that. And no, that was not like a subliminal message or like, a reverse psychology message. Like, no, please don't send me Malort ever. But we've never drank Malort and we don't want to. So please don't make us experience that. If you send me Malort, I will send you punishment pours tenfold. The worst Still Austin we've ever had, the worst Corbin and Cash, Tracy will know, we've ever heard of back. Please do not send me Malort. I've never had Malort. I don't want Malort. I will not drink Malort. If you send it to me, fuck you. I'll chug the whole stream or the whole sample on stream, and I'll give away some shitty pours in response to you. And I'll make a mean face as I flip you off and say, I hate you. Mike said, Houston, we have a problem. The hiccups are starting. Yep. Honestly, hiccups are starting. Michael Bortner, what's up? How about barrel aged? No, we haven't tried barrel aged Fireball, Josh. And please, no, just no. Stern, like I tell my toddler, no. Do you want to go to your room? No. I just got Malort as a punishment port from the bakers. Well, good, Ryan. You probably deserved it. Mark Duff said, "Don't tease me. Malort is the. I haven't had Malort. I don't want to have it. Please don't send it to me. That's not an invitation. Please do not take that as an invitation. No. 2025 Bombergers in a rocks glass. The Dave Vogelsang style way. There's no ice in here, but he's no longer on the rocks. He's off the rocks. So Dave Vogelsang off the rocks. Here's a pour of the 2025 Bombergers from Michter's. I'm going to try my best to compare it to the 2024. I actually really like Bombergers. The 23 was great. 24 was also great. Thank you, Mike, for the 24. 25 we picked up on our own. They have lots of it here, plenty of it here, so much here that we can get it to you at cost. It's like $118 plus ship out the door for a Bombergers, and they sit on the shelf. So we can buy you a Bombergers if you want one for under $150, which is secondary for them. But is it worth it? We're about to find out. Mark, no, it's not an invitation. Please, no subliminal messages. Fuck off. I'll get you a bottle of what I consider the worst rye ever. I'm curious on what you think is the worst rye ever, and I also don't want it. No means yes sometimes. Well, what's the safe word? I'll say the safe word, so you'll stop trying. I didn't know Weller had a rye. Mark, you're fucking wild for that one. I love you, brother. All right, Mike, WV Bourbon Guy, if you're here, if you're still here, 2025 better than 2024? I think so, honestly. Like, I know it's a youthful pour. I know it hasn't opened up, but that nutty profile is way more prevalent in the 25 than the 24. We could pour more 24 up to try it side by side, but the 25, oh my gosh, it gives me some Jim Beam vibes. Mr. Toro just responded to me. So I had to tell him I'm shirtless on live stream, LOL. So he'd pop back in to see that. Safe word is more daddy. Well, more daddy will be said several times because Bombergers 25 over 24, all fresh crack. 25's kicking butt, honestly, for real. Don't blame me for your bet. Okay, Mark, you're right. My safe word is harder. Well, I'm going to say harder a few times because 25 is harder than 24. Whistle Pig 6-year rye is bad. Well, you're not wrong, Josh. I've tried that and I can say yes. I told you 25 is. Josh, have you actually tried Baumburgers 25 versus 24? You said it's better, but have you tried them? Because I have my doubts now. I feel like you're making SpongeBob memes. 25 better than 24. No, like honestly, like the 24 was great, but 25 is honestly better. It's superior. Even on fresh crack, like if it maintains the nuttiness, not Jim Beam nuttiness, but if it maintains the Baumburgers, like the Michter's nuttiness, the 25 is truly better than 24, and I would recommend it, especially for like $120. I have not had that rye. I'm scared now. Josh, save me. Travis, the Baumburgers you had delivered today, was it the 25 or the 24? Have you had both? If Travis Sideshow can tell me you got the 25 today, I really think you should try that one fresh crack like I did. Put it in a rocks glass with like maybe 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Tried it. Holy, like super phenomenal. Honestly, phenomenal. You still have half a bottle open of the 25 or the 24 before you try the 20. I'm confused now, Sideshow. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, here's the 24. It's like a quarter full. 25 was fresh crack. 25 on fresh crack. 3 minutes in a rocks glass. Destroy the 24. And I would love for Travis Sideshow to say it in chat. Him doing the same exact thing. Pour some 25 up. Put it in a rocks glass. Try it. And tell me that doesn't kick 24 out the freaking window. Don't buy anything unfamiliar. Don't buy anything from Total Wine in general. Fuck unfamiliar. Just don't buy anything from Total Wine. Acid, I sent another invite. Shout out to Mark Duffy for the invite. We're going to go back to the Eagle Rare 10s before we go back to the Baumburgers. We have the 10 store pick. This specific one is not this pour. It's the Lucky's Liquor pour, and then the 12 year. So we'll do 10-year store pick, Lucky's Liquor. It's in the RJ Glenn. Shout out to Liz. And then we'll go to the Buffalo Trace glass, which is the 12-year Eagle Rare. And then we'll go back to the Baumburgers, 24-25. Are we drunk? Are we toasty? I'll let you guys be the judge of that, but the answer is obviously yes, we are toasty, we are drunk, but cheers. Mark Duffy sent me an invite to a Discord server, and we're going to click join. And I'm going to wave hi to myself to trigger people off the bat. He invited me to 2 servers. Mark Duffy, are you planning on getting banned from these servers? Because I'm going to fuck it up for you. I gotta ask Mark Duffy, is it a challenge to see how fast I can get banned from the 2 servers you invited me to? We're gonna have to finish these 2. We got a race to run. We're waiting for Charles to get vouched by a Wise Vision for the Russell 13. Russell 13 is getting ran in the reload server, and then Mark Duffy's invited me to some servers. We'll see if we can hold our own. He said no good guys in these servers. I feel like that means I'm cooked before I even started. Let's go, Toasty. Good to see you back on hosting a live. We've been doing lives a couple times. We're going to try to do one a week for sure. Crafty, so Darren, we do want to do live streams once a week at least. Ryan is in Too Many servers for sure. Mark Duffy's definitely in Too Many servers as well. So pours, impressions, and expectations. Shirtless, always expected, right? Eagle Rare, 10-year store pick, and the 12-year. 12 years definitely night and day from the 10-year store pick for sure. 10-year store pick is definitely better than a 10 years for sure on both pours, the Western Beverage WB pick and the Lucky's Liquor pick. And then as far as the Bombers, Mike from WB Bourbon Guy, the 24 versus the 25. The 25 kicks ass. Is the 25 always better than 24? In my opinion, yes. Is the next year of Bombers always better than the previous year? No. 23 is pretty damn good too. Probably better than 24, but I don't have the 23 left to put side by side. So shout out to everybody who donated once again. So shout outs to Crafty, Mr. Darren Crafty. $4.99 super chat. Mark Duffy, the Yes Queen for $10, and then $20 from Mr. Barrel Dave. Yeah, honestly, like whiskey, we're doing more live streams for sure. Most of them will be samples and tastings and drinking. I know it's not as popular. Sorry, I can't be entertaining for you guys off that aspect. Bourbon hunts, we'll do a couple eventually. I promise. We'll get there. Right now, we're still on paper and to leave, so we are struggling with time off to do barrel and bourbon hunts. Bourbon content in general, more intricate stuff, especially reviews for videos. Most of it's been live. Live is very genuine impressions, especially because you guys see I drink, I get drunk or tipsy, and then do a review. Here's where we're at. So if you guys want to see anything in particular, let me know. We'll do it again. Mark Davis says, dude, I'll take any RJ content I can get, period. Well, we will do more content. I promise. Cigars, we can do some cigars too. Tastings, we definitely do. We're there. Just let me know. We'll do it. We'll make it happen. Cheers, guys. RJ the Fed signing out. 3D prints and whiskey content going hand in hand, and we'll see.